You are being lied to. You're being lied to on every single front right now when it comes to the various data of the US economy and how good or bad it is. For example, payrolls every month for 2023 have been revised lower. What does that mean? Well, first, they say what they expect it to be, and then they release the numbers, and then a couple weeks later, they revise the numbers once they are all in. And you can see right here that every month this year, we've been revised upside down and lower. In fact, that's not even new for this White House. You can see on the left of this chart where there isn't a red circle that the same thing was happening back in 2021. You can see that right there. Don't you guys remember back in December when they said something like, hey, we added 200,000 jobs, and then they revised it and they said, oh, you know what, now that we got all the actual numbers, we actually lost 15,000 jobs. So this is just complete fraud. It's not a good sign. And it builds on this other tweet that I want to show you right here. And honestly, well, let me forward this as well. So here is to build on what I just said before I show you this video. April revised down by 77,000 and May revised down by 33,000. So how does that happen? Well, people sit in an office and they take all the data they have and they just try to make some general assumptions about where they are. But I don't know about you, but it seems like at this day and age with the internet and the amount of technology we have, your estimates might be off by 5 or 10%. But how in the world 5 months or 6 months now in a row are you so wrong and so drastically wrong? It doesn't make sense. This goes right in line with the CPI data. If you remember, we did a video about the CPI data being changed back in December, and what do you know? CPI is slowly trickling down, but they perverted the calculation of CPI so greatly that the only thing it can show is that it's going down. So CPI, the amount of inflation that you are all experiencing, increased rent, increased food, increased everything. The way they used to calculate that was on a rolling 24-month calendar. So you had to take inflation for 24 months ago compared to this month. Well, what they did is they perverted that and they said, oh, we're just going to scratch that and do just 12 months now, which is a complete perversion of the entire algorithm and the entire purpose of it. And so now they are able to say, like, look, we're killing inflation. We're winning the fight on inflation, just like we won the war on drugs, and we won the war on terror, and we won the war on poverty. We're going to win the war on inflation. So you guys, this is just another data point for you to see that right now you can't take much seriously, and that a lot of things on TV do not match reality in your own world. And I think you know that to be true.